Good morning, dear students of class 10th. Act 5, Scene 1, I started yesterday. You please start from here. Enter Lancelot. Lancelot speech. Lancelot says, Sola, sola, wo, ha, ho, sola, sola. Hello, hello. Lorenzo says, Who calls? Who is calling me? Lancelot says, Sola. Did you see Master Lorenzo? Master Lorenzo, Sola, sola. Hello. Did anybody see Master Lorenzo? Hello, Master Lorenzo. Lorenzo, leave hollowing man here. Stop shouting. I am here. I am present here. Lancelot says, Sola, where are you? Here, Lorenzo says. Lancelot, tell him there is a post come from my master with his horn full of good news. My master will be here our morning. Lancelot says, tell him a messenger with a bugle has arrived from my master with good news. My master will be here before morning, before daybreak, before morning. Exits. Lorenzo departs from there. Lorenzo says, Sweet soul lets in, and they expect their coming, and yet no matter. Why should we go in, my friend Stefano? Signify, I pray you, within the house. Your mistress is at hand, and bring you music forth into the air. Lorenzo says, Dear Jessica, let us go in and wait for their arrival. However, it does not matter. Why should we go in? My friend Stefano, tell me, why should we go in? I request you to tell everyone in the house that your mistress will arrive soon. Then come back and play some music in the open air. Stefano leaves. How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here will we sit and let the sounds of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness and the night become the touches of sweet harmony. How pleasantly the moonlight falls off this slope. Let us sit, Jessica. Let music gently enter in our ears. The silence of the night provides a good background for soothing music. Look, Jessica. Look, Jessica, how the sky is above us. He says, Sit, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with patines of bright gold. There is not the smallest orb which thou beholds, but in the motion like an angel sings, still quiring to the young-eyed cherubims. Look, Jessica, how the skies above us resemble a lovely floor. Looks like floor decorated with plates of bright gold. Even the smallest planet that you see is moving and is producing music as sweet as an angel's song as it travels through the sky. The stars are shining as a choir to the bright-eyed angels. A similar harmony is the immortal human soul. But while the human body is in its perishable form, we cannot hear the heavenly music. Such harmony is in immortal souls, but whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it. He says, a similar harmony is in the immortal human soul. But while the human body is in its perishable form, we will all perish. It is in perishable form. We cannot hear the heavenly music. Such harmony is immortal, he says. Now, enter musicians. Come, ho, and wake Diana with a hymn. With the sweetest touches, pierce your mistress' ear and draw her home with music. Come now and sing a hymn to awaken Dinah, the goddess of the moon. Dinah, the goddess of the moon. Let your sweet music reach the goddess of the moon. Dinah, must remember, student. Let your sweet music reach the ears of your mistress Portia and lure her, attract her home with it. The musicians play. Music starts, musicians play. Jiska says, I am never merry when I hear sweet music. Whenever I hear sweet music, I feel sad. Lorenzo gives a long speech here. He says, the reason is your spirits are attentive. That is because your senses are so attentive to music that you are lost in it. For do but note a wild and wanton herd, a phrase of youthful and unhandled chords. This is very important. You may write here important. A race of youthful and unhandled chords, fetching mad bounds, bellowing and neighing loud, which is the hot condition of their blood. He says that is because your senses are so attentive to music that you are lost in it. You may note that a wild and untamed herd or a breed of young untrained horses, colt horses, jump about madly and make a loud sound. Why? For this is natural due to their wild blood. For this is natural due to their wild blood. If they but hear perchance a trumpet sound or any air of music touch their ears, you shall perceive them make a mutual stand. Their savage eyes turn to a modest gaze by the sweet power of music. However, if they happen to hear the sound of a bugle, or if some notes of music fall on their ears, they all stand still and remain quiet, listening to it. Their wild eyes become calm due to the influence of the sweet music. Therefore, the poet did feign that Orpheus drew trees, stones, and floods, since not so stockish, hard, and full of rage, but music for the time doth change his nature. Therefore, poet Ovid, O-V-I-D, poet Ovid narrated how the musicians Orpheus made trees stones and rivers move from place to place by the power of his music. For nothing in the world is so insensible, unyielding, or fears that music does not change. Music can change everything, at least for some time. Not for all time, at least for some time. The man that hath no music in himself, nor is not moved with concord of sweet sounds, is fit for prisons, stagments, stratagems and spoils. The motions of his spirit are dull as night, and his affections dark as Erebus. Let not such man be trusted. Mark the music. The man, Lorenzo says to Jessica, the man who does not love music or who is not affected by its melody is only fit for treachery, intrigue, and ruin. His thoughts are as dark as night, and his emotions are as dark as hell. Let no such man be trusted. Those who do not have interest in music, listen to the music now. And what happens after that? You will study in my next video. Thank you so much, students.